Thank you. My name is Albert Chris Buja. I'm from Nigeria. I'm a legal practitioner. I've been practicing law for, I think, over a bit 7 years now, if I'm correct. And let's see, more recently, I've been more involved in academics. Recently completed my master's and currently undertaking my PhD studies. Well, I say that was immediately before the pandemic. But yeah, I started in 2020, yes. So I actually joined the Faculty of Law here in UWC for the specialized Master of Law program in International Trade, Business and Investment Law. Yes, I think studies commenced sometime around I think March, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, March exactly. Yes. So March 2020, that's when my journey in UWC started. Okay, so what was it that made me to apply or to come to UWC for my master's program? I think as I have highlighted in my earlier response, it's because the program is actually a specialized program. Specialized not just in terms of the course content, but also in terms of the facilitators of the program. So again, we have the biggest names in very reputable institutions and also lecturers, very renowned lecturers coming to teach on the program. If my memory is not failing me, we had people from the World Trade Organization, we had people from the World Intellectual Property Organization, and from Afrexim Bank, and quite a number of notable institutions that have a thing or two to do with either trade, business, or investment law coming to teach us. So yeah, so that specialized aspect of the program was what drew me to it. And it will come as a surprise that, again, it wasn't as though I got it on my first attempt. I first applied for the program in 2017. My application was not successful. And again, the program usually, the LLM program rotates between UWC and the University of Pretoria. So again, my first application was actually to UWC, but my application was not successful. And in the following year, I then applied to Pretoria. My application was successful, but I didn't go. So again, will I say fate had it that in the subsequent year, I think that was in 2019 when I then applied, my application to UWC was successful and I commenced the program in 2020. And again, the program is nothing short of my expectations and the keen interest that I had in it when I actually wanted to participate. Okay, yes. So about the scholarship, so the TFG Accelerated Scholarship is organized by TFG, which stands for Trade Finance Global. So Trade Finance Global is a trade finance platform operating in the United Kingdom. So I think the curiosity be what's trade finance. So trade finance is a broad term that is usually used to describe a wide range of assets, tools, companies, firms that facilitate trade, especially at an international level. So again, from that explanation of what trade finance is, what TFG does for short is like it serves as a platform in terms of both education about trade-related issues, and then also it's, will I say, I don't know if I'm permitted to use the word, but like a broker. So in certain instances, that platform is able to link those that need trade finance with those that are able to provide trade finance. So yes. So and the scholarship is part of the initiative of TFG to kind of, will I say, boost capacity, especially at an academic level, because the scholarship is open to undergraduate and postgraduate students that are doing courses related to trade finance or trade generally, but anything that has to do with trade. Let me not restrict it to trade finance, trade generally. So yes, that's the purpose of the scholarship in question. Well, with the numbers, with the very, let's say, humongous or big numbers that you've quoted, 43 universities, 11 countries, it already makes it a big deal. And I think it complements the LLM program I did in UWC in the sense that I did an international program, and here I am participating in an international, let's say, scholarship, scholarship competition, and then also emerging as a winner. So yes, I was surprised because again, I wouldn't say it's the first time I'm hearing about the Accelerate Scholarship. It's been running for some time. I think it was paused at some time, but again, I know that I read the article of the previous winner. And reading through it, it was filled with so much statistics and data. It seemed just so smart and all of that. So yeah, when I was putting in my entry, I thought to myself that yes, I have to put in something very good. But whether I thought I was going to win is an entirely different conversation. But I'm very happy. If not for anything, it makes me believe that the knowledge that I got in the course of my master's program at UWC can actually compete with international knowledge. If you look at some of the schools of some of the applicants, it's in UK, in Africa, and all of that. So again, it means the knowledge is global, it's international, and you can actually compete at that international stage. So yes, I'm proud that I actually had the opportunity of winning it. I'm proud for UWC, my university, that gave me the knowledge, and also all the teachers that taught me. And it's been wonderful all through. So it's been a mix of both trade finance, which I did in the course of my LLM program, then also fintech. And yes, in all, I would say it's a very, will I say, exciting, it's a very happy moment for me. In terms of what it entails, well, again, it means whatever article, what your submission was. I think it means your article represents a progressive idea on how any relevant aspect of trade can be improved. So my thinking would be again, my piece. In as much as when I was reading it to myself, I might have thought to myself that it's not such a big deal, but it's good to know that it's indeed a big deal. And what I proposed was a way. My paper was Africa focused, and the idea behind it or the intention is that if those recommendations that I put in there are followed through by African governments or African countries, it will actually help to improve the trade uh, trade landscape in the continent. Okay, yeah. So my paper was, I don't know if I should use the word interdisciplinary, but it had a mix of both trade finance and then also financial technology, or what people mostly call fintech. So again, I was looking at how we can use fintech to promote financing. But again, I can't just be so broad and write about every area of financing. I was specific to a form of financing called factoring. So my article was on how we can use fintech-based solutions, specifically invoice trading platforms, to promote factoring. Factoring is very big in South Africa. South Africa actually leads the factoring market. So again, it's a good thing that I attended a university in South Africa with South Africa leading factoring. And but in other parts of Africa, it's not a very popular trade financing instrument that is used. So the idea of my paper was more or less, in addition to having laws in place, having tax incentive in place, and also maybe promoting awareness about factoring, we can also deploy financial technology to promote factoring in the continent. And just to add that, my article was very specific on small and medium-sized enterprises. So available statistics or data will tell you that more than, at least, I think I'm very sure that the statistics say more than 50% of businesses, in some certain instances, it can be as high as 90%, but over 50% of businesses in most African countries are actually fall under the category of small and medium-sized enterprises. But what you then see is that one of the biggest challenges that they face is that they don't have access to finance. So again, with the COVID pandemic and all these other things, we need to come up with initiatives that can boost SMEs access to finance. The idea is if you can, will I say, uplift SMEs with financing, they will contribute more to the economy. So they will help in terms of job creation, which is one very big thing that they do. They will help in terms of taxes to government. They will help promote exports and all of that, entrepreneurship and all of that. So the idea again is we should use fintech in Africa to promote financing, specifically factoring for the benefit of SMEs. And I think at this point it would be good to highlight that one of the initiatives that have been done at a continental level in Africa is to come up with a model law on factoring. Many countries are not even aware of this law, and it's recommended or suggested that countries should actually have factoring laws so as to promote these street finance instruments.